I think Pan-Africanism is kind of dead.
The African leaders, they are what's it called, frauds and all this. And back in the day, our ancestors, even though when they had,
It's not organized. There's too much fighting. Robust.
yep,
Okay, how you been?
I'm very well.
What's your name?
Come.
Come.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, why do you think, what's caused the African continent to fail? Like, what is the reason why Africa is not developing as well as the Western countries?
Well, thank you for asking me to come on your TikTok thing. Let's talk about Pan-Africanism and so forth for that.
Yeah.
And I think that is quite linked to it. And the Pan-Africanism is article to see for me in my own definition for myself is, if I see a black person, I treat them as my brother and my sister.
Yeah.
And practically, I want them to do better. I want for them to work together and practically to come as a unit
Yeah.
in order to advance as a race.
Yeah.
That is how I see Pan-Africanism.
Yeah.
Because although they say race is a social construct, I don't believe it at all. I believe yes, it may be a social construct, but race is a reality.
What do you think? What do you think? Why do you think that, for example, in my opinion, I think Pan-Africanism is kind of dead. Even though I would say I'm a Pan-African, but I would say Pan-Africanism is kind of dead, because I just feel like if our leaders don't care about African issues or solving or trying to help develop Africa, how is Pan-Africans gonna work when our own leaders in power don't even care about our?
Good point that you raised, because I was gonna come to that about our leaders. Now, it is very common to hear Africans say, "Oh, it's our leaders," or even not Africans, even from European, they say, "Oh, it's the African leaders. They are what's it called, frauds and all this what's it called, stealing the assets and so forth." No, I don't. I do not fall into that category that say blame our African leaders every time. No. Sometimes yes, but we have to look at the culture. Because my belief is that leaders come from society itself. And if the society is corrupt or sick, then what do you expect from your leadership? So I actually believe that we have to look into ourselves from the family level, or neighborhood level, and see, are we morally upstanding? Are we so morally upstanding that we can produce better leaders? Because the leaders come from society. So if the society is sick and degenerate, you should not expect anything better from your leadership. And therefore, that article, I do not buy that or blame our leaders. I do not fall into that category at all. And I think that is very important. It is article, although it might be painful to hear, it is very important that we be honest with ourselves. Because you can see Africans today selling themselves, if you go to this tourist resort, selling themselves to earn a little bit of money.